I want to open up this hour by using one of the topics that I never get to, and it's really an important topic. I just told you before we broke for the top of the hour that while I was walking in Santa Monica Beach last week, I saw a couple walking their two dogs, one of the dogs reacting in an aggressive way towards a skateboarder, and the guardian of the dog was jerking the dog around like it was a sack of potatoes. It just really bothered me. And, and I stopped. And, that's just me, Then I stopped and I said, listen, this is not right. There's something wrong here. So his question to me was, if that's not right, this is what I've learned. And I explained to him the right way to do it. Here's the reason why dogs chase things. You have trainers and behaviorists out there that will use terms like strong prey drive, strong prey instinct, and it's partially true. But the bottom line is this. Dogs react to get a reaction. When a dog chases a skateboarder, when a dog chases a jogger, when the dog chases a bicycle or a car, the jogger runs away, the bicycle rides away, the car goes away, and the skateboard goes away. So in the dog's mind, because this perpetrator left on his aggressive behavior, that he in fact did the right thing, protecting his turf or his territory, which is very often that 6-foot leash. So if the dog is reacting in an aggressive way and you force the dog, it's called flooding, and some trainers do this, which is disgusting. What they do is they force the dog to confront the situation that's making it aggressive. I approach it differently, and I've had much better success, and I've trained a lot more animals than most. What I need to do is take the negative feeling towards the skateboard and the skateboarder and turn that into a positive. How do I do that? Several different ways. Number one is find someone in your neighborhood that you can work with on a regular basis that either is a skateboarder, a bike rider, or a jogger. What I did not that long ago is I took a skateboard. Well, it was a long time ago. I took a skateboard. This is when I lived back east, and this was a big problem there. Skateboarders back east, believe it or not. What I would do is if I had a dog that was aggressive when it saw a skateboard go by, what I would do is have a person walk the skateboard by, stop, and on the skateboard was a specific treat or toy that the dog really liked and was aware of. And I did that consistently. So what I did is called, again, counter conditioning, is I took the negative feeling towards the skateboard and I made it a positive feeling. So now, whenever the skateboard stopped or was near the dog, something very positive happened. I also worked with people that the dog eventually got to know, so he associated the skateboard with very positive things. Now, it didn't happen overnight. It took some time, but via gradual exposure and every single time having a positive ending, sooner or later, the dog's aggressive behavior towards the skateboard or the bike or the jogger will stop. The reason your dog is reacting that way is because the dog is always winning. And when you're winning, you think you're doing everything the right way. Whether you're a dog or a human being doesn't make any difference. So that's the basic reason behind it. So whether it be a bicycle, whether it be a skateboard, whether it be a car, what you need to do is train your dog, get the basic obedience down so you have a positive way to communicate with the dog, but understand when your dog is reacting towards a skateboard or a bike, the dog is in a frenzy. You can't control a human being when they're in a frenzy, so trying to get a reaction from your dog during a frenzy is not the way to approach it. Gradual exposure, gradual socialization, and a positive response every time is the way to resolve this problem. Now, there are certain cases that I've worked with where dogs chasing cars, I had to use a different approach, a stronger approach. But jerking the dog around and making the dog angry at what he's already thinking is something to be afraid of never resolves the problem, just makes it worse. Hope that helps some people out there. If you have a dog that's a chaser, whatever he's chasing, turn it into a positive. Work with a skateboarder, work with a jogger, work with a biker in your neighborhood that's able to work with you. It's just like when I bought my Harley Davidson many years ago, and Skylar was around, and even before Skylar, I had to make sure that the dogs knew what the motorcycle was about, the sound of it, and that whenever they heard it, something positive was going to take place, not something negative, and therefore it made them feel a lot better. So it's really not that difficult. It's a matter of being consistent. So if you have a chasing dog, that's what you need to do to resolve the problem. Turn that negative into a positive.